Thank you guys for tuning in again with These Nuts. You got comedian Grossman over there.
What's up, Will?
You got comedian Dave Lawson.
Yes, sir.
And then we have the fabulous Mon'nique Black. Mon'nique Black. I said Monica. Black. She got me all confused on what we're going to talk about today. But Mon'nique Black. Mon'nique, man, it is inspiring to have you here today. But talk to us. You have all these characters on the desk. I ain't going to say what they are, but you got characters over here on the table. What is this all about?
These are all different forms of the uterus. So my company is That Time of the Month Club, and I educate women, girls as young as 7, men and girl dads on the importance of monitoring their menstrual fluids and vaginal fluids to help prevent things like fibroids, help with endometriosis, infertility, reoccurring yeast infections, all the things. Simply because, we monitor everything else, but we don't monitor one of the most important things to help prevent against all these ailments. And especially to men, I talk to them because I ask them, if your daughter comes to you with an issue,
right,
would you know what to say? And would you be okay if you dismissed her and then found out later that she's infertile?
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about some pussy.
We're talking about the maintenance of it.
Part of
it's a part of it. It's all inclusive.
What caught me was she said as young as 7.
Yeah, you know what? I heard that too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, ask.
Go ahead.
I want to hear what you got to say, girl.
If you said 13, somewhere around there, but 7?
You can start your cycle at 8. And with this administration, if you get pregnant at 8, you have to have the baby. So you need to be aware about what's going on and what's coming out. So if you need to...
What's your motherfucker?
I'm just saying, you got to be prepared. So watching their discharges, because you can start having discharges as young as 7. So if you're washing clothes, your daughter's clothes, and you see something in their underwear, or even someone that you're dating or married, whatever, you need to know, hey, there's an issue here, and let them feel comfortable. Y'all are the inspectors of the area, the most inspectors. So you need to know what's going on.
Yeah, we really are. We really are.
Yeah.
I had a situation 25, 30 years ago. I was with this girl, and I had to come up. Tell her something ain't right down here. I don't know what it is,
trying to figure
but
out why
something ain't right down here.
He trying to figure out why all this bread in your drawers.
So what are some of the most common what are some of the most common misconceptions about women's cycles that you try to correct through your work?
That having bad cramps is normal. That's not normal. What happens is that when the traditional products that you use, they prevent your vagina from working properly. So I promote this. It's a cup. It's reusable, 10 years. And it's FDA approved, 100% medical grade silicone. And because the traditional products are made of cotton, and cotton's not meant to go inside or really deal with the vagina.
The internal.
Right. And so what happens is they're designed to pull everything out, the smells, all the scents, so that they can feel dry.
Right.
But what that does is that works against the internalness and the natural flow.
The natural flow.
So it pulls out the good and the bad. So when women, as they get older, they're like, oh, I'm dry, it's because you pulled all your shit out. You pulled everything out. It's supposed to be wet. It's supposed to be able to function and be moist and work.
Right.
But what happens is after years of tampons and pads, it pulls out all that moisture, and it also disrupts. Now, some people say that doesn't affect it, but science changes all the time. So this part right here, this is the pleasure part, okay? It's a vaginal rugae, okay? This initially has ridges, and it has tissue that helps it be pleasurable when you're intimate, right? But what happens is when you're using tampons and you're sticking tampons up here to catch the flow, it's disrupting that. So it's like sandpaper. And the larger the tampon...
That's what's wrong at my house.
The larger the tampon, the more...
Nigga snitched on his wife.
Snitched on your wife, man.
Snitched on his wife. Boy, this is bullshit. This boy just told on his wife.
Hey, man,
I hope she ain't
relax.
watching this.
Relax. It's just a jokey joke. Listen, my question is, so are you saying that Big Mama and them had it right?
Yeah.
Because when we grew up, they had the big old.
They had it wrong.
They had it wrong
They
too.
had it wrong. They
Okay.
had it wrong.
You know what I'm
Because-
talking about? That
the
old
douche, to douche.
Yeah, the douche.
Yeah, we all played with it in
We
the
played with it,
bathroom.
yeah,
we
exactly.
found out later.
So what do they have wrong? Because I remember
that
my
was
mother-
wrong because you're not supposed to. The vagina cleans itself naturally,
So
and
the
when
vinegar
you
don't
just
work?
when you
What's that?
the vinegar don't work.
Yeah.
you
'Cause I
it
remember
doesn't
my-
need
bring
anything.
the vinegar.
It-
Bring me
it-
that vinegar and I'm in the bathtub.
But you know what? Also, black women are the number one to get hysterectomies. Like we're the number one, you know,
Really?
Just having issues.
because it has issues, and we don't find out about the issues until it's too late. Like, okay, let's say, for example. There's two smells. Well, there's a couple of smells, okay, that you can
Yeah.
smell. There's somebody with no smell, okay, that's you know. There's somebody
Is that good?
No smell is okay. Yeah, smells like water. Okay, that's you know.
that's good.
And then you have a fishy smell.
Uh-huh.
You know, fishy smell can mean like BV, and that BV is reoccurring because if you're having vaginal intercourse and you are of course menstruating, and you're using like traditional products, cotton all the time, pads and tampons, even if they're organic, you're fighting against your vagina and you're creating a bacterial breeding ground. And you're never going to get rid of it. Yeast infections, BV, things like that.
What was that with FV? What?
Bacterial vaginosis, BV.
Oh, okay.
BV.
So
BV,
BV.
okay.
So what women usually do is they use like boric acid to help with BV.
Is that
Boy,
Arm and Hammer? Is that?
Boric acid, you know the stuff grandma used to put down for roaches?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. What?
There's little capsules that usually women put to kind of get rid of the smell.
Is that why we down there choking?
It might be. It might be.
Damn!
It might be.
This motherfucker gave me rat poison.
Right. Not rat poison.
Boy, why we bring
Trying
on
to
this?
get-
Dave telling
They
us
didn't get that insurance money out.
Dave doing.
poison.
Dave telling some stuff.
What is this again?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So okay, let me show you. Let me break it
Walk
down
us through it.
walk you
Yeah,
through it.
walk
So
us through
this
it.
is, you know, probably what you're more used to, maybe covered with skin. Okay?
Gotcha.
So this is what it looks like without the skin. Okay, so it sits like right here.
Right.
Okay, so here's the bladder. So when you say, "Oh, she squirts," you're pushing on her bladder. That's why. Okay, that's where that's coming from. That's that hole because there's 3 holes down there. Some
Okay.
people might not know.
Right.
And so that's the bladder, and that sits right above the right inside the above the uterus.
Okay.
So here's the uterus, and then this is the rectum. Okay.
Bend it down. let me see.
Rectum.
Bend it
Oh
down.
yeah, right there.
Put it
Okay.
down.
Right
That's the asshole.
That,
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
asshole.
yeah. That's that muddy water.
That's
Yeah.
that's some to some. And this is the uterus, and then this is the bladder. So okay, let's
Playing in that old mud.
No, this is very instrumental. Most men have never had
I
this
know
broken down.
most women haven't
I've
either.
never seen it.
Most women
never.
haven't either. Okay, so
We've never
here,
seen this.
So here is because I've invested in my craft. I'm very like.
I
Okay.
see.
So this is what this is where this comes from now. So that now we're getting down to this middle one.
Yeah.
So this is the uterus. Okay, so this is where it kind of looks like. This is about how big it is too.
Okay.
This is about how big it is.
Okay.
That's,
All right.
that's how big the uterus is.
Correct. So here we are. Now we're here, right?
Okay.
Okay, so now this is the cervix. Okay? This is the cervix. This moves if a woman is aroused or if she's menstruating. So when men are like, "Oh, I hit the back," well, you don't have to go very far because it comes to you. Okay, so just let you know.
Okay. That don't mean I didn't hit it. Don't take that credit from
but
me.
I'm just saying you didn't have to do much because
Right.
it comes to you. It moves.
Okay.
The cervix, it moves down the canal when she's aroused or when she's menstruating because it's, its function is to catch,
Right.
the sperm or dismiss. Why you looking?
I'm just looking.
No, this is a lot to learn.
There
man.
is a lot to learn.
We may need 45 minutes. What? 35?
We need somebody to reset this clock.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so
we gonna
it
let it
moves.
go.
So the purpose of the cup is to collect the fluids instead of, absorb them. And also, a lot of women after they do have intercourse, they put a tampon or a pad to catch the fluids that are coming out. And I encourage them, like, put a cup in there so you can smell his semen too, because you can see what's going on with that too. You need to know.
What cup would you
What
put
kind
in
of
there?
cup? This?
Yeah,
That cup, that same cup.
the same cup.
So you put that in there, and
So you put this in here, yeah.
and the cum will go
you shoot up the club and then you know because then she's dripping and then you put that in.
Yeah, she put it in afterwards.
She put it in afterwards. Yeah. But there is a product which a lot of people don't know, and I've talked to strippers and everybody that there's a disc if you want to have intimacy on your period. There is a conventional way of doing that, and that's
using.
Put
that back up. We move on to the.
Well, some people might be interested. So this is also 100% medical grade silicone, and it just sits in the back of the cervix. So it just sits back there, collects all the fluids, so that you can. So it sits like back here. It sits like back here, so that you can still have all the feels of intimacy without the mess.
Without the mess.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So she put that inside of her.
Correct. She puts that inside, and you don't feel it. You don't really feel it.
Okay.
You process it.
Yeah, because...
Why are you looking like that? It's natural.
I know it's natural.
I'm
not giving an ugly look. I'm amazed.
Vagina is small, so once she impressed that inside, it opens.
It expands,
up.
yeah.
It expands.
But I mean, come on now. You can push a baby out of a vagina. Like it opens up.
It's gonna fit.
It's gonna fit. Like that's why it really doesn't. Like it conforms.
How you get it out?
You stick your finger in there and pull it out.
She gonna do that part. We ain't worry about that part.
Yeah.
I'm just asking some questions.
But the vagina is a muscle. It conforms.
Because I want that.
You want this?
Yeah, I want to order that one.
Okay.
For the periods?
Yeah, because sometimes the women are more hornier on their period.
They are.
Oh yeah.
They're not.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because women are mentally disturbed, so a lot of things.
It's the hormones, not mentally disturbed. We ain't gonna go there. It's the hormones.
He called y'all real crazy.
But go ahead.
Okay, so instead of inserting one of the tampons in, so you had the pad is better to catch it than to put it inside of you.
Neither are. I mean, I don't say don't.
Every damn well.
No, you use the cup. And you can use like a light liner. Let me tell you.
I'm saying like you on your cycle, right, at the end of the month. So women go get the string hanging out. You stick that in them, right? Instead of doing that, because you said it's...
No, she would say that was only for when you want to have sex.
I'm going back to,
go back.
the period thing.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
This has to do with the period also. So I'm saying, is the pad better to you? You know how grandma used to have that big-ass pad? With the tape in the middle.
The Kotex. I know it was Kotex. Let me tell you.
Are those better than tampons?
Let me tell you something. I used to live overseas, and this is how I got into it. Because when I lived overseas, they were like, hey, listen, before you come, you need to get a cup because they're not going to have the traditional products that you're used to. They don't have those huge pads. They don't have those tampons because those things have toxins in it. They have things in it that work against,
the net that we was talking about.
Right, what we were talking about. And that's why we have so many things wrong, developing fibroids, being infertile, cervical cancer. And it's all because of the products that we're using because we're a for-profit country. So
exactly.
if I
that's the number one thing. We're a capitalistic country, and it don't matter that they did studies where they go, ooh, if we do this here, it would preserve all this here, but we're going to get about 1,000 people cancer.
Right.
Oh, well, I got to make this money.
Right.
And in other countries, they have more regulations.
Right, because healthcare is, something that they care for their people with. And so, but we don't do that here. Like, when I first started, I used to talk to, like, doctors and OBGYNs, so I was like, oh, yeah, hey, y'all need to get on this. And they were not aware, because you know what? They're not taught necessarily this, preventative maintenance. They're taught, this is how you fix a problem. So that's why I try to advocate to women and men, like, hey, this is the information you need to take to, your people. Like, I ask women all the time, how many blood clots do you pass during your cycle? And they're like,
they pass blood clots?
They pass blood clots?
Yeah.
It's really thick.
Yeah, it's thick. And
I know, but you can count them? I mean,
yeah, when you're using the cup, I suggest at least once in your period, you dump it out into the shower, count them. I pick it up and I'll see it's you.
Yeah, no, I get that part. He just blood. He didn't go to war, but that's still a little different to anyone to know that you're counting blood clots.
Okay, but listen, when you need water when you urinate, right?
Yeah, because
is that gross to smell your pee, or you walk behind something?
Just look at the.
Or you could look at it and say, "Oh, I need to drink some more water." Yeah. Even when you defecate, you're like, "Oh, I need some fiber. Well, I got something going on. I'm eating too much fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? I need to do something different."
Yeah, but you ain't picking it up, touching it.
Right.
Well, if there was a serious issue, your doctor would say, hey, bring me a sample.
Yeah, but you still ain't touching it.
You not, but I'm saying if there was issue, if it was a difference between knowing that your child was developing cancer or fibroids, would you, like, okay, get a sample? Well, you don't have to touch it, but you can get a sample.
Well, no, you
telling your child, it's your body, it came out of your body. You touch your, mucus, you touch your anything else that comes out.
Yeah, man.
What you say, man? Junior, you ain't gonna make it. Well, we need to know. Well,
nigga, Junior, you need to pick that up. You feel it yourself, because I ain't touching that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But go ahead. I mean, this is all so interesting.
It is.
It really is.
Because it's just something that you never think of.
Right.
But it's true. When you go use restroom and you do number 2, you walk out there and say, oh, no. Right off the bat, from the smell. Okay, I'm fucking up. I didn't too much of this.
Yeah, the smell. You can look at it and say, oh, shit, the shit yellow, the shit green. Yeah. Too green. You can tell.
Green. It's floating, it's sinking,
but the deal is, she picking it up, touching it.
Right, exactly.
Because it's just blood. I mean, okay, when you cut yourself, you scared you don't touch that?
I put a Band-Aid on or something.
You've never touched your own blood. You've never been bleeding and you cut yourself and you touch your, it's the same thing.
It's some tissue.
It's not, but
I gotta ask for everything.
You've never had sex with somebody on their period?
No.
Never.
No.
Not even unknowingly.
No. If it's unknowingly, I don't know.
Then you have.
When you pull that thing out, you been shot.
Oh, you started my period. No, you knew you was on your period.
Took him in Paul around.
Yeah, so the question I got, so we get back on track. What role do men, us, have in supporting women's health in this area, in this space?
Well, it's just being knowledgeable. Men have been shunned out of the conversation for so long, and like, go ask your mama. But you know what? The mama don't know. Mm-hmm. We don't know. So you need to. My job is to educate everybody as a whole to say, hey, this is an everybody issue. This is an everybody thing, because everybody. You have a woman in your life. You have a child. You have a niece. You have a whatever. And if you see something, you need to. Hey, they need to be okay with coming to you and saying, hey, I have an issue. Because there's men out there raising girls on their own.
Right, true.
There's men out there who talk to younger women, and they need to be raised too, and so
daughters.
Your daughters and everybody. So, if you see something and you wash clothes, you see something, hey, this didn't smell right. Because like cervical cancer is one thing that you would know if you're developing cervical cancer is you're extremely wet. Extremely wet, and you have a very pungent smell. So every woman has their own, smell. So it's very pungent. It doesn't sting. It's just like it's so strong, and it's very wet. And that could be a sign that you're developing cervical cancer. And that's stage 1 or 2. If you know stage 1 or 2, you can get that scraped out, get it taken care of, whatever. Right. But what happens is, we use traditional products, even pads, because they're like, oh, I use pads, that's better. But it absorbs all that information. Right. And you don't know. And so you don't know until you got stage 3 or 4 cancer. And now you got to get a hysterectomy, or you got, some serious issues going on. And so it's just about knowledge and knowing, what's going on. No different than, if a woman consistently, or man, woman consistently smells her urine, you might need to drink some more water. You're going to get a UTI. So it's preventative maintenance. It's the same thing. Like I tell women, I say, you wouldn't get in your car. Some women do. You wouldn't get in your car and not check to see how much gas you got or how much oil. I got one of them at home. Right. So why are you continuously going on in life and not monitoring your menstrual fluid?
That's crazy. So another question I got: how does the community aspect? How do members connect? And what kind of resources support do you give them?
I host classes. I just did an event with Harris Health where I was dressed up like a uterus. So that was funny, especially for the men. I was like, you ever been this close to a big uterus?
Felt like it.
Big gross. He's so crazy.
I've been playing with that big mother.
Not with the fingers.
Yeah, I started off.
So I host classes for 18 and up, because a lot of women, like I said, they don't know. And it's kind of, I wouldn't say, a lot of times when I talk to women, they're like, it's kind of embarrassing that I don't know. But how would you know? Mm-hmm. How would you know? Only reason why I know is because I took a deep dive into it, because I lived overseas, and I was like, why aren't cups prevalent here? Like, they're not new. They've been around forever. Right. Why don't we know about them? why don't, and why don't they use them in other countries? Why don't they use these traditional products in other countries? Because when I lived overseas, I lived in China, and the pads were like this big. It wasn't no super and the wings and the this and the that.
There's no Chinese women there. Ain't no big women there.
Oh, I don't know.
It doesn't have anything to do with
Yeah, because skinny women be long. Anyway, go ahead.
So it has to do with what you're saying.
It don't have anything to do with how big you are, because your uterus is still
right.
This it right here. That's all it is.
Like that's
and then when the baby comes in, it sits right here in this area right here, and it expands and it grows, and so yeah.
So this is where the man is putting his...
Correct. This is the vaginal rugae.
Yeah.
So, okay, now, and this is another thing that...
So far, you haven't got to one that we all want to know. Go ahead, finish what you're going to say. And then I got a good question for you.
Go ahead.
So let me tell you an interesting fact. And this is something that a male OBGYN told me. Because I said... We were talking about, all the things vaginally related, and I said, what makes a man go for a younger woman? Like, what's the difference? And he was like, oh, that vaginal rugae. That's this part right here. I said, oh, well, tell me about it. What about the vaginal rugae?
Okay, so tell us about it.
So, if it's intact. So a younger woman had their grooves are more, and then you have the closer to new, and then they have the tissues. And so I was like, wow, I wonder, using a tampon, especially the super plus and the plus, that has to have over the years, that has to have an effect. So it's like when you're using it, it's sticking it up there. It's like sandpaper. Now, a lot of people will be like, no, that doesn't affect it. It has to do with hormone, all this other stuff. Yeah, but come on now. Let's you consistently using a super plus tampon, there's particles always getting deposited in it from the tampons, because you're pulling it out, and so they're being left in there, and your vagina's trying to push it all out, so it's working extra hard. So it has nothing, I just feel like it makes it does affect it. So if you want to stay wet, don't use tampons.
Okay, so you said affected how? It take the wetness away?
Yeah, because it draws all the moisture. Especially if they use pads, like some women, like, oh, I'm so wet all the time. Well, and they use those pads, and so it's drawing, it's preventing your vagina from doing what it's supposed to do to cleanse itself and work, because it's it's working against it by pulling everything.
It's like you drive your car and the fog up, you turn that fog on and dry that window up.
Yeah.
Don't put the fog on.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So.
Okay, that's one way.
Ask the question.
But first of all, this make perfect sense, because we all know, like Eve didn't have no tampon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Throughout the history of this world, it wasn't until after the 1900s that they started making all this stuff. I'm gonna assume. I'm pretty sure Mae West didn't have it back in the
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I want to know about is that little man in the boat. You have heard that phrase, right? Where the clit. You know the clit, that little man in the boat. They always say you got to find that little man in the boat. Then she go crazy.
The average person doesn't know where that is. I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah,
because he's always hiding. He keeps changing his boat position.
You see that little yellow dot? That's kind of where.
That's the
area. That's
the P area.
So it's right above the P area. Yeah. So when you're like, oh, I made her square, well, you just you got it together. Well, the bladder is sitting right there, but you just stimulated both areas.
The bladder.
Yeah.
So now the question becomes, I've heard this a million ways. Well, she squirted all over, and then I hear people say, all she do is peeing on you. Is it a mixture? Is it a mixture?
It's pee?
It's pee.
Damn.
It is pee.
You been pissed on.
I ain't been pissed on. I'm just saying it's pee.
You've been Kelly'd. You've been Kelly'd.
But the thing is, normally, you can hold your pee. If you're stimulated, kind of like, right? If you're stimulated, you're going to either come or you're going to pee. You're not going to do both. One is going to be cut off.
Right, exactly.
Similar. So if a woman is seemingly, they say, if you're overly stimulated, then, she releases because,
she can't hold.
She can't hold it. She's overly stimulated in that area.
And that's when she squirt with
right.
pee.
But it don't look like pee, because I've been involved in one. Right, in one of that scene. Take one, and
not the song.
It didn't look like no pee to me.
Well, what pee look like when it's all over you?
It's clear.
Well, that shit was flying. I was
because it's just like a water hose.
dodging shit. God, what the fuck going on?
It's like a water hose because if you depending on where it is, like it's being like if it's normal, you're just sitting down peeing, right? It's just gonna come out because it's not stimulated. It's not you didn't do anything.
Right.
But if you're being stimulated, that area is like swollen and it's going like you holding a high powered water hose. So.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's
you
how it's going.
She have an orgasm.
No.
You don't want nobody to squirt on you.
No, listen. Let's be real. I think everybody wanted once just to see because you hear about how you hear about something. So I'm like, damn. And then you get to say, man, I had a squirter the other day. Yeah, we had to pay for the hotel room and she fucked up everything. You know what I'm saying?
So my view on that is different now.
Okay.
If you make it a squirt, she just pissing on you.
She is
Hey, excuse me, world. Squirt on a nigga like me. Do some of that pee-pee.
That's nasty, dog.
But watch it. He said, you been Kelly, but then he started singing Jodeci.
Yeah. Oh, you caught it?
I caught that shit. And he goes, you been Kelly. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Lord mercy, man. So you retarded. So are there any other outreach programs or collaborations coming up that we should know about, that you're involved in?
Well, I am hosting an All Red Gala February 28th. I would love for everyone to attend. And it's to bring awareness to all things like this. To just, get it out there like, hey, this is a situation. It's like a movement, to bring everybody involved. I'm starting a nonprofit-led TTMC Foundation, and that'll be the kickoff ceremony. So All Red Gala, get your All Red together.
Okay, and that's All Red because it's Christmas time? Is
February?
It? Oh, you said February. Okay, Valentine's.
February 28th. All Red is on the 28th because 28-day cycle. And it's to bring awareness to vaginal and menstrual health and it for everyone.
So that's a good question. Women can have more orgasms than men. Where does that come from inside of this little ordeal right here? Because y'all can come like 100 times. We won't know it to the last one.
Are you sure she's coming?
Amen.
Well, he's obviously exaggerating, but
I know multiple.
Right.
Multiple.
Yeah. It
has to do with hormones, and it's the woman. It's mental. It's hormones. Yeah, it's mental. Every woman is different. Just like every man is different. But I think that if you're mentally, connected, or you in your mind, because a lot of women fantasize instead of thinking about maybe the man that they're with right now. They're thinking about, they're fantasizing or romanticizing a situation in their minds, and that's what's really making them come. I mean, what you're doing might be okay, but if she's having to use some fingers and help you out, she's probably romanticizing about some other things.
Oh, really? I'm cool if it's Denzel, but if it's the nigga,
she's not gonna tell you.
Yeah, of course not. Of course
not. She gonna tell you who it is.
Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Yeah. Of course she has. I want to hear her say it. You ain't got to answer. Have you ever done that?
I think every woman has. Yeah.
I asked, have you done that?
I have. Yeah.
It might be some ex she probably first time been with. And she would have do now, but the ex really turned on more than the average guy.
But you pay the bills, so
you
pay the bills on time. But that ex ain't shit.
Your dick ain't shit.
Well, he
brings dick.
You got that good D.
He bring his ragged ass in here.
Yeah.
See, I tell people all the time,
parole, and they gonna parole niggas.
You can always tell when. Like I judge myself, I say I know I got some good dick, but I ain't got great dick.
How you know you got good dick?
Well, because my wife and all the women that have been still with me, but great dick, that's when they break your windows in the car and do all type of scratching your shit up. They ain't never broke my windows, so I know.
Oh my God!
They ain't never broke my windows, so that let me know that the dick ain't great. And I'm okay with that. I got good dick.
Now, you being a vagina, is that true what he said? Is that true what he said?
I have never told any man that I was with that he wasn't
broke
good.
Out my car. I wasn't broke. I lost time, kind of shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you slaying great dick.
We got a dick meter. We got a great dick meter. Okay.
Man. Golly.
If they ever slash your tires or scratch your car, stuff like that, you got good dick, but it ain't great.
I don't know. I've had some great, and I've never done that.
I tell you, I had a motherfucker fly. They tell the truth.
Yeah.
I had a motherfucker fly from the city we was in, put a note on the car, and flew back home.
And called me. I don't know how she got my number. Called me and said, let him know I was there.
The same chick?
Yeah. We was in South Carolina or North Carolina. One of them Carolinas.
Yeah.
In Terry.
What?
So she flew from Houston.
This true story.
She flew from Houston, South Carolina, put a note.
No. Flew from South Carolina to
Houston. I
put a note
to my house.
Put a note
on my girl's car.
On your girl's car?
Yeah.
Oh, she wanted all the smoke. Oh, you got that good.
And called me.
And called you.
Called me. I know he's slaying good dick, great dick.
Yeah,
if all this shit bitch calling me and I ain't even part of this.
Y'all crazy. Oh, Lord.
Hey.
What kind of show have I got myself
But wait a minute. Okay. We talking about the women.
We done got off subject. I'm sorry. We done got way off subject.
Man, I told him,
But wait a minute. You never had such good. You never had such good that you know what? I don't even do this. But she got that fire.
She got that fire.
And you just be putting up with all kind of shit.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
No, yeah, but we don't bust windows. And that's what I'm talking about. Tearing up tires and shit. Now it's monetary.
Crazy, man.
No,
so let's get this thing back on track.
Just hide in bushes.
Cause it's hard to find good. I mean, if you know how to please.
Bitch, I see you. Bring your goddamn.
Oh, Lord. Grossman crazy, man. Grossman crazy. But listen, as an entrepreneur, what challenges do you face besides the challenges they talk about, starting a business around such a personal and sensitive topic?
Making it okay to talk about. So I think with my personality, I was in education for a little over 20 years. So I have a way of being able to reach, different people and just making it more comfortable, because I can't tell you some of the conversations I get into. I get pulled to the side and be like, hey, if I'm discharging, it look like a little purple.
Purple. Get off that juice.
Wait a minute. I know that I'm doing a good job because I'm getting them comfortable enough to be able to have those conversations. And also with men, to say, hey, it's okay to talk about, and you got questions, what does this smell mean? Or what does that mean? Or is this okay?
You are easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Because when I heard about what the subject going to be, I was like, okay, I don't want to be too...
Oh, no, be.
Yeah.
It's one of those subjects that I have to allow everybody to express themselves how they, want to express themselves, because everybody's experience is different in question.
Right.
So, question, what advice do you give other women who want to start a purpose-driven brand like this?
I would say that it really has to be something that you care about it, because it's your baby, So I people, my friends or whatever, they're around, they're like, oh, don't get her started talking about, vagina.
Yeah.
Don't get us started talking about coochie, because I get real serious in a minute. But I'll lighthearted, but still that's a misconception. No, that's not right. Or no, that's not what, that's, you're misinformed, And so it's just something that you have to consistently learn about. Because I'm not a doctor, but I know my body and I know how to explain this to other people. So it's really something that you have to feel passionate about and really, understand and know. I was a teacher, like I said, for a little over 20 years, so I'm really passionate about educating and teaching and breaking things down to the smallest form or smallest, whatever. Yeah. And bringing it up and helping you to understand and see things a little bit differently.
Yeah. So where can people follow or support that Time of the Month Club?
We have a website, thattimeofthemonthclub.com. You can go follow me personally on Instagram, _plug. Also on LinkedIn, Mon'nique Black. And That Time of the Month Club LLC is on Instagram also.
Okay. So do you have a YouTube or anything?
I'm just starting. I'm playing with Sora, and so because I want to do like a cartoon series, so I'm just starting with that. Oh, wow. And then also I'm gonna start Questions in the Park. So asking men and people, hey, do you know what this part of the talking about parts just to bring awareness.
At the park and people walk up.
Yeah, they walk up and then ask questions and stuff. So I'm working on that.
You can do something like this here, like they have a thing. A guy invites people to come sing. I don't know if you've seen on YouTube.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah. Come ask me questions.
Can you sing? Yeah. And they sit down and sing.
What do you know about vagina?
So you get a small table like that. Yeah. What do you know about vagina? Somebody's going to sit down.
Yeah.
And going to want to know.
Yeah.
Where does purple shit come from?
Yeah.
So what's your next movement in 25? What's big that's coming in 25? We know what you're doing in 26, which February 28th. But anything big going on the rest of the year?
Right now, I'm working on getting into prisons for the
come rob that bank with me. I can get you in that.
I want to hit it.
No, getting into prisons because it just got passed October 23 that they had to provide menstrual products to women in prison. So before that, they were using unconventional things, socks, whatever they can get their hands on to make things. Yeah, a sock. Because what else? You menstruating. You got to use something.
So you put a sock in there?
They doing what they got to do.
They doing what they got to do.
I know, but I'm saying they putting a sock in there?
Yeah. Strippers use sponges. And that just non-conventional, but we don't think about it because we don't talk about it. And those are that things that are killing us. And so those are the things that I'm pushing to try to get into the prisons because they just passed that bill to say, hey, here's your shirt, your pants, here's your cup, so you don't have to, because a lot of fights go on because it's a hot commodity. They spend $15 a month per inmate on menstrual products, but it's still not enough. Yeah. So they're using them too much. Now they're having, issues vaginally and they have to, get history, all this stuff. So working on that and continuing to work with different counties and precincts to bring awareness to their area.
So in closing,
that's great. Once you get into prison, that's going to really take you over.
Yeah. I think it's just something that it should be. Like, it just makes sense.
Right. It does make sense.
It just makes sense. Like, they give them shoes. They should give them,
right. I never thought about that.
And I would come in, and I have done a class in the prison talking to the women about it because they don't, where they going to get information from? They don't know. Wow. And hosting those classes. So that's what sets me apart from other companies is I'm heavy on the education. So I'm not in, like, CVS and Walmart's and Targets for that reason because I want to push the education of it. Like I don't want you to just go buy the product because it's not just about the purchase of it. Yeah. It's about educating you on what to do with it, how to use it properly, and things like that.
And they're also selling a product that you're kind of going against. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying,
but they do have other companies that have cups or discs, that are in the store.
But it just ain't the top seller.
There's some
women
that
want
are
the quickness.
Yeah, they're easy. They want easy. They think it's cleaner, but this is so much better for dancers, for swimmers, for like you can sleep in it. You don't really feel it. It's just better for you overall.
When do you think that cup fill up? About like. That looks like a small cup be catching some blood.
No, it ain't for blood. It's for catching.
It's for blood.
Oh, it is?
And so, you know what? The cup, well, first of all, the inside of you conforms. That's how you're able to grip. What's your question? You got to bring a question. Anyway, that's how they're able to grip, the penis because they're able to, because it conforms. Yeah. So the size of the cup really depends on. Like I was saying, this part, the cervix, it moves, and so it depends on how close the cervix gets to the opening is what size cup you use. But I've used all the size of cups.
Let's throw the blood.
So when you put that in, you put it in here.
Let me ask you something.
I'm just asking.
You put it right here. It sits right here.
Oh, it sits.
So just like this. Just like this disc, it sits like right here where the disc is, and it catches it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell.
Is this uncomfortable inside
you don't feel
of you?
it. It's silicone.
It feels very uncomfortable.
Once it's in, you don't feel it's like when women get breast implants or anything that has silicone, you don't feel it.
Really, it got like little air holes too, huh?
because it creates a suction inside your vagina. So in order
so you
to
gotta have a little
break the
holes
suction,
around it, just in case somebody can't see. You got little holes.
You don't see it at all though.
Right. There's some inches on here too. Shit, some big pussies be going in this one.
Has nothing to do with having a big butt. And this is actually a medium size.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Man, they got one larger than that.
Yeah.
That looks normal.
And it has the measurements in there so you can see how much you're menstruating.
0.1.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
but the question is,
this is the highest you can go feel.
And then you need to empty it. Yeah.
so when they say do you take it out daily?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's twice a day.
Well, I mean, it depends on you. Like, it's no different. Like when you change your tampon or your pad, So, like when I'm menstruating, my first day or two, I might have to empty it maybe once every hour or two.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying. You empty it, you put it back in.
Right.
It just depends on your flow and you understand
the little piece, the nipple at the bottom, the little nipple at the bottom. You pull.
Nipple.
Yeah, you pull that.
You break the seal. Because it's like inside like this. So you don't see anything out here. You don't see no string, no nothing. So it sits in there like this. So when you're going in, you're breaking the seal. Like you're breaking the seal, empty it, and then you're putting it back in.
Oh, Lord.
I think that's very safe than using tampons.
It is. It is.
Because it's silicone.
It's silicone. It's 100% medical grade silicone.
Right.
And it's better for your body because it's not depositing anything in it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I believe
that. So check that.
So women y'all should start using this instead of tampons.
He got something about these tampons. If you could tell young girls one thing about embracing womanhood, what would it be?
Embracing womanhood. Understand your body. Mm-hmm. Understand your body, take a deep dive. Like, we didn't get into it, but, the cycle actually does have 4 phases. And understanding your specific 4 phases, like when you are extra bitchy, you are in a certain phase. There's the luteal phase, there's the follicular phase, there's the menstruating and the ovulating phase. And so each phase has its own characteristics, has its own, things that's going on. So when she's extra bitchy and, she's in a certain phase, and then when she's out of that, she feels extra pretty and she's like, oh, I can accomplish everything. You're in another phase, and it depends on the woman.
What if that bitchy phase don't leave? It just stay?
Then that's their personality. Has nothing to do with hormones. Has nothing to do with hormones. But there are certain times that your women, they're extra engaging, sexually. They want it, like.
Okay. So real quick, let's go through first phase 1.
It's not a phase 1, but menstruating. You menstruate, then you can go into the follicular phase.
That's phase 2. What is
more or less follicular, luteal phase.
Luteal
is like the bitchy phase. Like you're gonna be, so that lasts a little while, So they shouldn't try to start anything new. Don't ask them to start. They're not as confident. And then you have the follicular phase
the horny phase is right for ovulation, right?
Yeah, so ovulation phase.
Yeah, they
get real horny.
So which one is I'm trying to? It's 4. Which one is ovulation phase?
The ovulation. That's what it's called.
Oh, it's the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 is
that I know.
What's 3 again? Phase 3.
Luteal
phase.
Yeah.
Again.
But they can overlap too. They don't just.
Mm-hmm.
It's like these 3 days. They can overlap. So that's why you can have women who are extra horny on their period because it that overlaps into the menstruative phase.
So if they had a hysterectomy, does these phases they're no longer in play?
Right. So hysterectomy, all that's gone.
So what happens when a woman goes into hysterectomy?
Her libido usually goes down.
So what happens? Her libido goes down.
Yeah.
So what happens when her libido goes down? No sex.
She's
drive?
not as sexually driven.
Right.
Wow.
And is that what about the menopause? It's like is it during menopause or right after menopause that they lose it, or do they pick? You know what I'm saying?
It depends. Some women are in menopause and they want it all the time.
Right,
like
right.
Premenopause, and some women, that's just how their hormones are. Every woman's hormones and just like their cycles are just different.
Right.
Yeah.
So what can a man do if she's in menopause to get her back into the lovemaking phase?
Right.
Buy some shoes.
you gotta spend some money. That's what you gotta do. Spend money to. Wow.
I mean, I know women who they're just not sexual. They're just not sexual, and then they go into menopause. They're really not sexual. They just don't want it. They just want the intimacy of being close to someone without actual intercourse, because intercourse is gonna make me hot.
So what does a man do if he with a woman, which we all got women, they all gonna go through that particular phase. So what do we do as men not to step out the relationship? What can we do to get the woman back into that mode?
Teach her how to suck dick? I don't know.
All right, man. We gonna
On that note.
All right. We thank you guys for tuning in again today with myself.
Stop moving your mouth, bitch.
Comedian Grossman, Dave Lawson, and Mon'nique Black. We appreciate you coming back.
Mon'nique Black. Man, we gonna get hands on Mon'nique Black.
I love this show.
This was cold right here.
We appreciate it. All right. Take it easy.
Take care of your plants, baby.
Very, very
we could do a whole show on the different phases and what men can do to support women, during that time and all that.